My name is Erik Noren. I build custom bicycle frames under the name Peacock Groove in the wonderful, bike-friendly town of Minneapolis, Minnesota. I started building bikes because it paid $6.50 whole cents an hour with benefits, and I loved bikes. I kind of lied my way into building bikes by saying, oh yeah, I've TIG welded, and then I was like, oh, I go learn how to TIG weld. You're usually a painter, a welder, a brazier, a small-time machinist, a fit guru, a metal polisher, an architect to a degree because you have to design these bikes and you have to make that work into the real world. So you're a part-time engineer. I like the dynamic that I'm helping to change a life. And I know that sounds really weird, but bikes change lives. We've done it for people who quit drinking, quit smoking, thought they couldn't walk again. And to be part of that joy in their life of rehabilitation or freedom, that's a stamp of approval for me. That makes all the late nights, all the swearing, all the cuts, all the burns, that makes it worth it. When they walk out smiling and you don't hear from them for a week, you know you did your job. If you give me free rein, then I'm gonna give you a bike that'll be awesome. I've always said, what do you need? As in road bike, mountain bike, time trial bike, commuting bike. And I love saying, what do you want? What do you want it to look like? Do you want flames? Do you want it copper plated? Do you want it gold plated? Do you want it bed lined? We can do any of that. Probably the toughest bike to build was this pink fat bike that I made for Chris Scogan, who does the Almanzo race series. And in order to build the bike, I had to do all this crazy stuff. I mean, bend tubes on my oxygen cylinders and stuff to get the right diameters, heat stuff up, knock it with a hammer, do all this stuff. And it was just, at the end of the day, you look at it and you go like, what the am I doing? This is like, I'm gonna die building this frame. And then you get it and you see a smile on his face and you get emails and you see Instagrams and he's like, yeah, look at that, I'm having so much fun, this is awesome. And it's like, I did my job. It puts you more in connection with your neighborhood, with nature, with your environment. Everybody waves at somebody riding a bike. If you ever see it, wave when you're on a bike. People wave back at you. It's real friendly. Because when you're in your car, usually you can't talk to anybody, you're driving, you're caged in, your horrible music is on, and there's no human connection. That joy of freedom, that joy of also a lack of responsibility. You're just on a bike ride. I mean, what's wrong with that? You're just on a bike ride. What are you doing? I'm on a bike ride. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. You don't need a car to get around, especially in somewhere like Minneapolis. That's nice if you have a couch that you want to go get, but build some pretty good bike trailers too. That's so corny. I used to sit and believe and go, oh, someday I'll be rich building bikes. And then I realized 10 years later, that's never gonna happen. But I get to do what I love and I help change lives. And when I think about someone coming in to talk to me about their bike, it's a lot of times it's their first custom bike. And I think back to my Don't Be a Turkey first Peacock Groove. It says it on the down tube, don't be a turkey. And people go, why? And I go, because turkeys are lame, peacocks are cool. You should Peacock Groove. And then people get it. And so I think back to that very first bike that I built, and I try and give people that memory. I try and give people that feeling. If you like it, great, order one. If you don't, I can give you 100 builders' names that'll build you the plain old Jane bike you want. I just want to light it on fire and kick it off the stage.